That's what's up. Good question
Mm-hmm.
of the week for
Well,
sure.
speaking of cartoons, one of all of our favorite cartoon characters, well, all four of them,
Okay.
are about to, from what we've heard and what's been recently announced, get a God of War style game based on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, specifically the last Ronin arc of the comics.
Yeah. So
So I know we're
y'all gonna
excited
go
about
ahead?
that.
Let's, man, I don't know. I
No,
don't
you're
know if
not?
y'all know about me. I am a big mega fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I might do a small flex here. I actually went to a Comic Con. I don't know if I'm gonna share it or not. I might, like, you know how I'm feeling, but I'm gonna tell y'all about it, and I might get Lambo to put the picture up. But I was privileged to meet Miss Judith Hogue. She's the original April O'Neil from the Turtles movie, and man, that was like one of the most magical 10 minutes of my life. You know,
Wow.
I don't really get starstruck. I don't get starstruck by anybody, but I can't lie to y'all. When I got to introduce myself to her and we talked, and man, I'm a small flex. She just said I had a beautiful name. I started floating off the ground. You know what I'm saying? But I
Hi,
love
my name is
oh yeah.
Toro.
Oh man, there's a part in the Turtles games where Shredder shoots this beam at you, and the turtles, they turn into baby turtles. That was kind of like me. I kind of was losing my senses because I've been watching her on the screen all this time, and I see her, and she's very, very polite. She's very pretty in person, and she just has it's possible to say a pretty personality, but she's just very calm and very welcoming. And instead of her like, "Hey kid, what's your name?" Dorian. Next. She didn't do that. She actually sat and talked to me. I was worried about the people in line behind me because she was talking to me so long. I didn't want it to end, but I also wanted to be considerate
Sure you don't want
of
me to
other people's
go?
time. Oh yeah. But it was a very, very memorable experience. But I ain't trying to take out spotlight, but I love Ninja Turtles. So the fact that, and I think we brought up the last Ronin before.
Yep.
It is a gruesome, darker timeline. One turtle survives, won't say who, no spoilers, but one turtle survives and carries on the other turtle's legacy. And it is a dark and bloody comic. And now this particular turtle is going to go on a quest for revenge, you know, and they're going to bring it in a God of War style gameplay. I'm cautiously optimistic, and that's my verdict. And I'm going to let BLJ and Lambo tell y'all how they feel about it.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So
What's up, my
you're
G?
familiar with God of War, right? Did you see the last one or the one before that? Like, have you ever played it?
Yes.
Okay, so
I played the first one, but puzzles ran me off. Jeff, you better not laugh. But yeah, my brother beat it. So if my brother beat it, I beat it in spirit.
okay,
But
so
yeah,
let's say back then when you played it or whatever, right? Let's say if it was reskinned as a turtle, would you like the game? Or like what's putting you on the fence about
it? Depends on if there's puzzles.
Cautious? Oh no, that's not why. That's not why. I'm just I love the Turtles franchise, right? There are a lot of oohs and ahs, but there are also a lot of
There's definitely a lot of oohs.
because yeah. I see what you did there. Hey, that was nice. Anyways, there are a lot of decisions that I thought were questionable decisions, but I am not an armchair developer. I just roll with the punches. I think we talked about it. The next mutation was not well received, but I could sit there and sing that theme song from the beginning of that show right now. You know, I actually liked Venus. I feel like Venus deserved another chance, maybe rewrite her story. People weren't big on a female turtle back then, but now they've introduced another female turtle. I believe her name's Jenica, and I do not resonate with Jenica at all. She's the yellow turtle. I think she turned into a turtle because she needed a blood transfusion or something. One of the things I don't resonate with her, and this is like a petty reason, it's not too crazy, but to me, the turtles their personality lies in their weapons. And she has like these claws, and I just don't see that as a cool, Splinter teaches them the art of ninjutsu and stuff like that. And I feel like those claws, it doesn't fit the aesthetic of the turtles. Like she could have used some tonfa
It's
or something
historically
like
accurate, though. Like,
Is it?
Yeah,
use those claws?
real world ninjas used claws. That
Learn
had
me
little. They had little short claws on them, and they used them. I think they had them where the claws came out of
hers
here.
aren't really short. They're pretty lengthy.
Oh,
And
so they're
I
like
could be wrong.
like Wolverine claws.
Yeah, kind of like that. I do not like them. So this is just my opinion.
Now that's taking some liberties.
Yeah. I'm not the guy that go blow up Twitter and I don't do that. I just be like, I don't like that too much. And I'll go on about my day. World would be a nicer place if a lot of other people adopted that, that type of mindset and, those actions. But yeah, she just doesn't resonate with me all that well. Human mind is a fickle thing. I could be drawn into her later. But as of now, not my thing. But to answer your question, BLJ, I don't know. I'm more cautiously optimistic because of the voiceover, the lore. Just it's not the gameplay. God of War's gameplay is A1. It's pretty amazing, but I don't want it to be all gameplay and the lore is bad, or the voiceover is bad, or the pacing of the story is bad. That's what I'm worried about. But at the same time, you know what? Get this. I'm gonna leave it be. If Last Ronin of War comes out and I don't like it, I'm not going to bash it. I'm going to say, yeah. And then I'm going to turn that mug off and go on about my daily life.
But you see, that's why I asked about if it was just like if God of War was reskinned a turtle, because in God of War, there's a lot of action and there's equally a lot of story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm saying, like, if the turtle game was just like that, just a lot of action and a lot of story, like, would you be game in?
Good story. Yeah. Okay. Good story.
Good story is the key.
I love the turtles, man. I don't want to say I painstakingly sat through those movies, but the Michael Bay movies, I watched them. I still think, unpopular opinion, I think Tyler Perry did a fantastic job as Baxter Stockman. But no disrespect, I'm not trying to drop all these movie actors' names, and we're going to get on subject, but Megan Fox is not my April O'Neil. Sorry, not sorry. But, moving on. To answer your question, BLJ, I would give it a go.
Okay, cool.
So there you have it.
Yeah, and I think cautiously optimistic is exactly what everyone should be right now, because like we said, we only have the picture that has announced the game, that they're even working on it. We don't know, like, they've said that it is going to be God of War style, but we don't know exactly to what degree. But I am hoping that if they're referencing God of War, that they're also talking about it in more of the rating as well. Because, like you were saying, this is a darker timeline. This is a more brutal story. And I think they need to stick with that and make it an M-rated game to truly tell the story properly and stick to the source material.
You definitely can't have this an E for everybody type game.
Yeah, no. Ain't going to work.
Okay. So we all agree on that? Are we jumping to the next, pulling out the next thing in the bag? So, all right, get this. We were talking about Shaggy Rogers, right? Norville.
Yep.
So I was informed today that Multiverses is pulling the plug temporarily.
Temporarily.
I don't know how to feel about that. They say thank you for participating in open beta. The only qualm I have about that, the only pushback I have on that, and I am surprised that in the comments I haven't seen too many people talking about it, but they were selling Legendary Founders packs for like $100, and now they're temporarily freezing the game. So it could be somebody out there, and I'm not trying to villainize them. I realize they want to make this game great, and it's kind of hard to do that while it's live. But it could be somebody out there. What's up? What's good?
Why were they selling Founders packs when they're owned by WB?
I don't know. They definitely.
It's not like they were an indie studio.
I don't know, but that's what they do. It's like you get tickets to buy all the characters that are coming out, limited edition skins. It's a live service, so it could be someone out there that mainly plays Multiverses, and that's their main game. And now it's
Oh, that don't sit
temporarily
right with me.
suspended. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I get it. They probably were expecting some pushback, but I will say this. If this breathes new life into the game and makes it better, because a lot of people come out of the fences swinging at Smash Brothers. We're going to be the next Smash Brothers killer. And they all fail. They all fail.
Set
they
the bar
fall
too high.
flat on their face. Yeah. You got to come with it if you go and dethrone Smash Brothers. Which I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's damn near impossible.
I think the only game that plays like Smash that been pretty successful is Brawlhalla.
Yeah, and that one's been shut down now too, right?
Nah, it's still going on. They just had a nice cash pot tournament for Brawlhalla.
What was the other one that got shut down? The wrestling one.
Rumbleverse.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah. And same thing with Nickelodeon All-Stars. They really came out the gate. Oh, we actually listening to our community and yada, 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 woo, woo. And then next thing you know, All-Stars is deserted. Like, nobody plays it. So you should be careful, throwing out that type of heat,
Like PlayStation All-Stars?
Oh, yeah, but that's a fan favorite. I really wish. I think that one was just brought out at the wrong time.
I had fun with PlayStation All-Stars.
And I feel like that they pulled the plug too fast. Yeah. Like, that studio, I feel so bad for them because this ain't working. They should have just gave it a little bit more time. But this was before the patch era, or it was on the cusp of the patch era. Like, it's not as big, like quick fixes like it is now. But
well, there are rumors about a PlayStation All-Stars too, so who knows?
I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when it touches down.
I would say if they make one of those, just don't make the mistake of not putting Crash Bandicoot in there. I don't think Crash was in there. Yeah. I don't think Spyro was in there.
There's some legal issues with that one.
I know, but like, could you imagine a Nintendo's All-Star without Mario?
Yeah.
I hear you.
A Mortal Kombat All-Stars without Liu Kang. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. He know how to win me over.
Mortal Kombat All-Stars? You mean Mortal Kombat Armageddon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so.
But yeah.
If they make that, hopefully they have a better cast. But go, Toria.
Yeah. Oh, no, all I'm going to say, my G, is that's the only thing that don't sit right with me, Lambo, and I'm leaving it at that. We'll jump to the next topic. Is just, they sold those Founders Packs, and I get what they were trying to do. But now people paid for that. Like, I paid them $100, but we got to wait a couple months. It's on freeze. I've never heard of that before, So hopefully the pushback ain't too crazy, but hopefully they learn from this and they don't do that anymore. So, and that's all I have to say about that.
Same here.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool. So, I want to jump into the next topic. I'm going to go on and introduce this more. So those of y'all that were with us last week, we brought up some juicy Tekken 8 reveals and footage. And I specifically said if a particular fighter touched down, I was going to lose my damn mind. And that is none other than Lars Alexanderson has finally appeared. And man, let me tell y'all, boy, I was yelling at the TV. So he come out. They done juiced him up. He got he got some glowy, look like he more futuristic this time around. I like the hyper realism they call it, like his facial expressions, just his appearance in general. He still fights for justice, and a lot of his moves are no lightning strikes. Like the particle effects are crazy, and he has all these. He has a couple of new moves like dive kicks and stuff, and
Maximum
I just
Spider.
I like his overall presentation. I'm pretty sure people who are into the Tekken 8 news, they have heard this a lot, but Lars has some Naruto vibes with him in his moveset and his rage art. It's actually he actually had that same rage art or variation of it, and I think it's Naruto Ninja Storm. It was released a while back, but it's similar
so Lars
to that.
Is a weeb.
Move. Yeah, that's what they say. But you know what? That weeb is okay with me. I love me some Lars. He's cool.
Oh, so yeah. They made him look really good.
Yeah, impressions of Lars. What y'all think about him?
they actually made me want to play Lars and actually care about Lars for once, because since his introduction, they haven't really done much with him, and he hasn't been all that interesting to me. But this trailer is turning me around.
All right, cool. Tekken 6 was his game. I have to respectfully disagree. Tekken 6 was his game. He had a great debut. He had Tekken Force mode with him and Alyssa Boskonovich.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
will
played through
say
all of
that
it, and I don't remember what happened.
Oh yeah. They spoiled him. They spoiled him in Tekken 7. They actually gave him a costume. It was like a collab with wrestling. And if you put Lars in that costume, he had a new rage art. So they still kind
I
of,
didn't know that.
they definitely love Lars.
That.
You didn't know that? So we're going to do our homework. I will get the footage. But right here, I will show y'all the rage art right here. There you are. Right there. All right, cool. Now that I learned y'all up on Lars' rage art. Now y'all know they still love Lars, and I love Lars. So, yeah. Whenever y'all ready,
Lars.
we'll jump. Yeah, Lars. I'll jump to the next character if y'all ready, or if y'all still want to talk about Lars.
I will say with the Lars trailer, one thing I really liked, electricity is really his his thing. You know, a lot of the moves, he would do moves and it would leave like an electricity trail on the ground, like behind him, you know.
Yeah. Like Zero.
Yeah. So it was really cool, man. And then like you mentioned his rage art. My favorite part of his rage art was the ending. Was like a big tornado, and he just like zooms out of the tornado, just like zoom, you know, like in the camera.
Not to mention that badass pose.
Yeah, like it was pretty sick, man. Like I won't say I've never been a Lars fan. I liked his character, but I just didn't really pay that much attention to him, you know. But I will say this trailer did make him look very cool, and I really like the electricity.
Yeah, you know that's. Yeah, he had illegitimate Mishima. You know, he just don't have the last name. But Heihachi was being nasty, and it's another one around. You know, he Kazuya's little brother.
Probably more.
You know? A lot of people don't realize that. There's also a theory, and I didn't know this. I heard it from somewhere else. But the game God Hand, the character in there, his name is Mishima, and he somehow ties to the Tekken lore, but they didn't do anything further with it. God Hand. Y'all should look that up. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. But yeah, Lars is all right in my book.
We have to talk about that one on our theory crafting video.
Oh yeah,
episode.
For sure. Mm-hmm. So with Lars out of the way, the next character they revealed, I will say I'm gonna adopt Lambo's stance. But first off, the character is none other than Jack 8. And I will say all 8 variations of Jack, including prototype Jack, gun Jack. I don't bat them fools. No, Jack, and go about my business. But I will say this variation of Jack in Tekken 8 actually made me interested to at least try him out. Like his updated sound effects. He fights with a railgun. Just his moves in general. A lot of retro throwback moves, but I like how they all flowed together. And I also, like I mentioned earlier, I like the use of his railgun. So that's my short mini impression of Jack. But anything y'all take from that trailer that y'all liked, or
I will go back to the Lars trailer real quick, and I seen it in another trailer. Rewind. I forget which one it was, but one of the cool things about the stages now, they have like stage hazards, so you can hit somebody into the wall and it blows up, right? But one cool little detail, it's very small, but they hit you into the wall and then you blow up, and you'll see your character that hit them into the wall. They'll kind of like cover their face and go back like this. And then like it gives them, they'll go back like that. Either. And then it kind of gives you like more room to like do your combo, the wall combo. You know what I mean? So I just thought that was cool. It's a little, it's kind of realistic, because you have to think if a real explosion happened, like you would do that yourself. You know what I mean? So that's a cool little
your natural
detail.
reaction.
Yeah.
Speaking of stages, I just want to get this off my chest real quick. Don't y'all think that Gladiator stage look amazing? Like I cannot wait to have that stage, you know, like on the television and look at it. Like I like that stage.
It looks
that
like
stage looks
you mean
really
the one that
cool.
looks like a Mortal Kombat stage?
I guess it's just they showcase Paul and Law on it.
Yeah,
it's like a Gladiator
the Coliseum
arena
stage.
Yeah, I like that stage. That stage
looks pretty good.
So I thought that was like an Infinity stage, but it showed in the trailer that you can get hit into the wall. So it's a huge stage. Like it's really big.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it looks really good though. Yeah, it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But
I noticed that we deviated from Jack 8, so I don't know if we're really all that impressed.
No, I was gonna say back to Jack. I'm with Toro. Like he's an okay character. He's never been somebody I wanted to play. But I will say his design looks cool, and I like that he's a stance character now. So a lot of his moves, he would do like a flexing pose and then a move out of it. So that's new for him. He's never been a stance dude. And then on top of that, his rage art was really cool because, like Toro said, he has a rail gun. But I like how it's animated where you can
kind of hard to not be cool.
you're basically like the energy going through the rail gun, and you can see like the camera coming out, and it like hits the opponent. So it's pretty cool, man. Like I said, I'm not really a Jack guy, but his trailer was cool. And going back to the announcer, she made his name sound way more amazing than what it was. She was like, Jack 8. Like she really put some emphasis on that 8, you know. So again,
put some stank on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's good. Yeah,
and I have to agree with y'all. Jack's never really been.
There you go.
Yeah, he's never really been a character that I've been interested in. And after this trailer, I have to say nothing's really changed. There's a couple of things he did that were interesting and looked cool, but for the most part, I'm still not. He's the first character for Tekken 8 that I haven't been interested in at least trying. So
gotcha.
Right.
I mean, I guess there had to be one.
Yeah.
Right.
That is what's up. Cool. Well, we got them out the way.
This is
let's jump titles quick.
Before we jump titles,
what you got?
And I squeeze this one in right now, right this second. Right. So since we're talking about gaming news, right? You guys are familiar with Sifu? Sifu? Yeah.
Yes, we are. Heard of it.
So they had a roadmap, and they had different DLC come out over the course of months. And the final DLC of the roadmap actually comes out, I want to say tonight or tomorrow. So March 28th. Oh. It's the Arenas DLC. So with the waves of enemies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, I know you're excited.
I'm super excited.
We'll be looking forward to your review on the next episode.
As soon as this game came out and I played it, I thought to myself, I was like, man, this game would be so much better if it had like a survival mode. We could just go through enemies. So it's finally coming out.
We definitely remember you mentioning that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they heard you, BLJ. They heard you.
Yep. They're listening.
I'm excited about this one for sure.
Cool.
All right, back to you.
You say before we jump titles, and he jumped titles. It's just a different.
Right. I know.
That's funny. All right. So I want to talk about another reveal trailer. You know, I've been invested heavily in KOF, and I want to talk about Kim, the Taekwondo master,
and who is she?
Like Taekwondo, Kim Kwan, right?
Does she do a lot of cool moves?
My G's. Kim is actually a male. A male that pursues justice. And I saw the trailer, and I was very impressed with his arsenal moves. A lot of them.
He does look really good.
A lot of throwback moves. I like his personality. They show some clips from story mode. There's this woman in the game. Her name is Luong, and she's actually Kim's master's wife, but she's very flirty and promiscuous, and it shows her. It seemingly seems that she's pursuing him doing story mode. Yeah, and it's making him very nervous. Nerve-wracking. He don't want his master to beat him up. So that little piece of story looks interesting. But I like his moves.
An awkward situation for sure.
Oh yeah, I will say that I like his level 3. Like they modified his level 3 and added like a golden phoenix at the last kick.
I was going to ask about that because I know you're more familiar with the KOF series than me. I don't think he's had that super before, has he? Or
not in recent games. Now I have not played every single King of Fighters games, but the ones I played, 14. I think I played I didn't play 13. I might have played 11, and I don't remember ever seeing that move.
Yeah, it looked
And then
really
the old
good.
school Fatal Furies, he
I
really
liked it.
didn't have it in Fatal Furies, man. So yeah, I like the way it looked. I like Kim's presentation overall, and he's another one of the characters that comes with an extra costume. His original throwback costume is added as a bonus with the purchase. So that's cool. I just don't like that some characters, like Terry has one, Geese, Billy, Yamazaki. I can't remember who else, but Kim has one now. There are a lot of characters that I would have liked to have seen with, extra costumes. Like Geese, his classic purple, like lavender and white with the white vest on top, Geese, that would have been cool for him to have that, but he doesn't have that. But tomato, tomato.
Missed
No use
opportunity.
crying over spilled milk. Yeah, it's all good.
But they're listening, so give it a couple months. They'll give you that alternate costume.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kim
We'll
Kim
see.
is he's actually one of my favorite KOF characters. I've always been a big fan of Kim.
Been around a long time too, hasn't he?
Yeah. I don't know if he was in like the original or like number one, but he's been around since the 90s, I know for sure.